A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. I want to start by saying that I'm extremely proud of all the people who are doing inner work. And I understand it has not been easy for you, but your openness towards ascension and your openness towards mission work and becoming a better version of who you are is the very reason why planet Earth ascends. So keep it up, guys. Keep it going. You guys are wonderful, amazing, and never forget that you are loved. To start with this channeling, I would like to say that here I am actually talking about two people. I have written down the points here because the download came in as a very intense download. So I could really literally feel the emotions, and I was shown two people. Now again, I'm not going to say who is the divine masculine or who is the divine feminine, because the more inner work you do, the higher you ascend. You no longer identify as just a divine feminine or just a divine masculine, because this is exactly what the twin flame journey is all about. That's why the word twin flame is there, which means two flame, two opposite polarity in balance in one flame. So as time will progress, you will develop both your energies, your masculine also and your feminine also, and then you will attract a person who will match those energies. Or if there is already someone with you doing inner work since a long time, I have seen many cases where after surrender and harmonization, people come back. But I've also seen many cases where those people who were in the past who triggered the twin flame journey, they turned out to be just the catalyst twin flame, or you can say the false twin flame, but they're not the actual soulmate of this person. Later on, with time, they attract a person who's extremely deep into mission and extremely loving and caring and understanding, and they have a very good bond with each other. But what I'm being shown in this channeling is that yes, there is a bond they have a very good connection, and they are very mission oriented. Like, they don't have personal preferences or personal things. Even when they talk to each other, they are mostly talking about the mission work. Because of inner work and because of mission work, these two people, whosoever I'm channeling, and I don't know who all are resonating for now, when they are figuring out, like they can sense after a long time, I'm liking someone for real. And again, all of these downloads that I get, this is not for people who are in the initial stages of the journey, because they are not so deep yet. And it's not to judge those people. They have to still go through the journey. They still have to go through runner-chaser dynamic. They still have to go through all of that. And they will also have good moments in that and bad moments in that. But later on, when you ascend in this journey, then the good moments and bad moments, they don't make a sense. And they don't make a sense as in they are not so important. You know that yes, a day will have some challenges, but every challenge will come with a lesson. So people start looking forward to the challenges sometimes, Your health will improve, your energy will improve, you'll have a glow on your face. It's a natural glow. It's not because of foundation or makeup. Whether you're a man or a woman, you will glow because the light is shining inside of you. How it can be hidden? It can't remain hidden, no, because it's shining so bright. So then you will meet a lot of people even in this situation. Karmic connections happen all the time because the whole world is full of karmics, There are so many karmics, billions of karmics on this planet. And it is very important for all of us to remember and understand that karmic conversation, communication, interaction, entanglement, it's a part of life. But you become so smart after this inner work or the therapies that you go through, or sometimes God puts you into therapy. In many cases, it has happened that a person has to go to extreme pain because they cannot afford the therapy sessions. They don't have any money. They don't have a job. They don't have any business, and they don't have any family support at that point in time. Even if they had done great things in their life in the past, financially or otherwise, they were a good provider. But during that really dark phase of their life, which is also important, the dark night, the strongest dark night when it comes, they have nothing on them. So at that time, God is your therapist, or you get content like this, genuine content you need to listen to. I'm not saying I'm the only one who's giving genuine content, But if you get genuine content, that is because your intuition is becoming strong and it is attracted towards you and you are attracted towards it. It can come in the form of a book, but because we live in the digital age and we live in the age of YouTube and Instagram and this and that, and YouTube being like, to me it feels like a library. You can literally get anything here, so you get attracted to this content. Now coming back to the main message of this download is that the two people here, they have similar vibrations, similar energy. They both like each other also. It is quite evident, and they are not in lust. It's not like they want to have sex with each other and that's why they're talking to each other, or they want to just make out or hook up. People grow from these things. When you are in ascension journey, this is no longer important for anyone. In fact, I have noticed when people live in the hermit stage, or they start practicing asexuality, or they become demisexuals, they realize very strongly that intimacy is good, intimacy is important, but it is not the priority. Because if there is lust always comes with expiry date, and love is unconditional. It has no expiry date. It is continuous. If you meet someone, you like that person, you feel some romantic connection, but you have not involved with them physically or in the manner of lust, then you can get to see the person better. Like, see as in how they are, who they are. Once the lust is out of the window, then the person's real personality is in front of you. So that's why we say that lust, or in Hindi we say vasna, is a hindrance when you are looking for true love, or say you are not looking for it anymore. You are done looking for it. You are tired. You are like, forget about it. I will just live my life on a day-to-day basis. If I meet someone nice, I will talk to them, but I will not attach myself, or I will not start expecting anything from that person. Neither if someone else is doing that same thing to me, putting me under some pressure, and just because I'm talking to that person, or just because we are in a mission, or just because we are doing something good together, even if I'm going out with this person, talking to this person on the phone, they should not expect anything from me. Pure love is without expectation, and it's very selfless. So when you are in those vibrations, then automatically you will meet someone. It happens with so many people. They meet someone who's very wonderful, just like them. And the relationship has to grow on its own with time. One cannot grow anything before its time, or you can't force it to grow. It's a natural thing. If you look at yourself after ascension and after awakening, you also become a natural being. That's why it's called human being. It's not called human. If you're still human, you're not being human, then you're not in that level yet, basically. But people who are in ascension, they start ascending, and they start, instead of doing, they start becoming. They are being now, just being. So everything has to be natural. You cannot force it before the time. If a mango has to ripe after 3 months, 2 months, or when it's during the season, when summer season comes, first there will be a bud, then there will be a flower, then a tiny fruit will appear in that space, in that place. Then the fruit will grow, it will be green in color, it will be tangy, it will be very how raw mangoes are, and then it will start ripening, and then it will fall also someday when it's fully ripe. So everything in nature happens on its own, and when you are forcing it, then it is no longer natural, it is becoming man-made or artificial. I can sense that these people are unique individuals. They are extremely natural. As I was just mentioning, that when things happen in nature, they happen in a subtle way, and you feel it also like that. One fine day, you're just standing and looking at yourself in the mirror, and you realize that, oh, this has already happened in my life. I didn't even realize it, because it happened naturally and gradually. So nature works like that. In nature, nothing is a shortcut and nothing happens boom like that. Whereas in the man-made world, in the artificial world, they want everything instant love, instant connection, instant this, instant that. There is no time for things to grow. Even if you have an instant connection with someone, you might think, okay, it's an instant connection. I feel attracted to this person for some reason, I don't know. but you still have to give it time to understand that attraction, or you have to understand that connection better. Only when you realize that, okay, these are the things that this person has, these qualities, this is where I need to adjust, these are their good points where they can be, utilized into doing something great for others, and these are their negative points which should be ignored most of the times, and it should not even grow so much. And how you can do this is by doing it with yourself first. You also have to think that, okay, what are my plus points? What are the things I love? What are the things I like? Let me think about it more than thinking about the negative things. In the world of ego, people cannot practically achieve it. It's very difficult because certain days they are very motivated, and certain days, as a side effect, they are demotivated and sad and upset and whatever. They take some drugs, they'll go for some party, they'll take some alcohol, somebody will compliment them, someone who's like-minded will say something nice about them, and they'll suddenly feel uplifted and very, very confident that, okay, I can do this and I can do that. But in the world of ascension, you don't need anybody other than Source. As soon as you surrender to Source, Source will take care of everything. In the world of ego, still you have an expiry date. Nobody is going to always be ultimately amazing. There was a time when people were crazy for Kylie Jenner. Teenagers, young girls, everybody was doing everything that she was doing or talking about. But nowadays, she's not that relevant, not that important, because everybody has an expiry date. There was a time when people were crazy for Michael Jackson. I remember people going crazy for Michael Jackson, and I could never understand that why are they crazy about this guy. Because when I saw him for the first time, I thought I saw a monster. I was so scared of his appearance. I was like, oh my God, who is this? But people were crazy for him. People were raging for him. Why? Because that was his time. Ego always gives you certain things. Ego also gives you certain things. That's why people run after the ego world. It gives you fame, name, money, but everything is artificial. Nothing has an anchor into the present moment. And that's why when they fall flat on their face, or when their time is up, they can never revive it and they can never go back to those days. But in terms of spiritual ascension or ascended people, they don't even care about these things. They don't care about fame, recognition, popularity. They were happy before that. Even if they get it, they'll be the same. And even if they don't get it or they don't have it later on, they'll still keep doing their mission work. For them, everything is mission work. And that's why I tell people that our gurus, our main gurus, or the people who are giving us this path, showing us this path, is Sri Ram and Sita. Because they were married, they were in the, like the worldly union also, they were together, husband, wife, they had children, but they always kept their mission as number one, due to which they got separated. They never got separated because of fights and how other people get separated in today's world. They got separated because of the mission, because the mission was not allowing them to have a personal life. That's it. But they continue to love each other till their last breath. And they are the people for whom you can actually say here and beyond, because Sri Ram and Sita are actually Lakshmi and Vishnu. So in the Vaikunth, they are always together. But whenever they are on mission, you will always see they are not with the divine counterparts. They do their own missions. All of them have their own separate areas and departments to take care of. But they love each other, and love is the strength. Love is the thread. Just sitting next to each other, looking at each other's face all the time, going for dates and movies, these are all artificial things. So many people go for movies and dates and they'll eat, but they may not have real feelings for each other. They may just have lust for each other, So I'm being shown that there are two people here who actually like each other, but they are insecure because they still have wounds. They still have wounds from this life that they have to heal. So this is the main message. Don't be insecure. If you resonate with this, you met a nice person, that person likes you. Maybe on certain days you feel that they are a little bit too clingy or too direct about their feelings. But you have to take the lead. You have to be the commander here. And you have to always remember why you're here on this planet. You don't have to get distracted from your path. Now, not at least now, because whosoever is into this channeling, like when I say into, like they get the, the drift of it. These people have no dearth of men and women. Let me put it that way. they can easily get into casual relationships or flings or even a committed relationship. There are people ready for them, but they have gone beyond those things only for their mission and only for their inner work, because they themselves didn't want to make that mistake, because they have done this in their past relationships, and maybe the relationship that led to the twin flame ascension journey. They feel that whatever mistakes I made in the past, I'm not going to do that now. I only want love, and I only want a person who has unconditional love. They recognize unconditional love, because the one who does will automatically, naturally become mission oriented. They will start contributing and they will have similar energy as yours. There is no specific appearance, or there is no specific, you can say, dressing sense or choice of accessories which makes a person stand out, and you'll say, okay, this person is in union, and this person is a healed person, or this person is in a mission. Because I have personally felt it, and I'm sure a lot of you feel it. The more you ascend, the more comfortable you become with yourself and with your body, with your dressing sense, with your hairstyle. As much as you love to look nice and feel nice, you also take care of other things, and it's not just physical, basically. That's what I try to say. You are experimental, you are happy. So people who do mission work are not sannyasis. They are not people who have left everything and they are sitting in some cave. People who are doing mission work are very much present, and they will become more and more visible to you, because when you're in the runner-chaser dynamic, or you're still trying to surrender, it will feel to you that very few people like that exist on this planet. But the higher you go, you'll be shocked to see the number keeps increasing. There are so many people who are doing mission work. Otherwise, this planet, it would be gone many years ago. It would not have existed till date. There are so many people who are doing mission work, and they are literally amongst all the common people, but they are not visible to you till the time you don't get into mission work and you don't get serious about it. And then you'll meet people who could like you could like, despite being in mission, despite doing a lot of other things, despite making money, despite being a provider. It is a very interesting space to be in. And I cannot convince people to believe in it. I can only convince people, in fact, convince is not even the word I want to use. I can only tell you people. I can only suggest it to you. I can only recommend it to you. It's up to you whether you want to walk on that path or not. Because it's not written on your forehead that you're in twin flame union. Let me tell you that. Those who experience singularity, which is the final stage of this journey. Union is also not the final stage. I know a lot of people mistakenly think that union is the last stage of twin flame journey. It is not. Union is the time where two energies merge. The opposite polar energies completely merge. And the final stage is singularity. The first stage is duality. If you watch my song Duality to Singularity, it will probably start making sense more and more to more people in coming times. It's actually a twin flame song. Duality to Singularity. How from duality you reach singularity, and twin flame is the penultimate stage actually. Not the ultimate stage. Before that you have harmonization. Before that you have illumination, and there is surrender. So that's why I tell people, if you're 50% into this ascension journey, you would have surrendered. I personally get students who are extremely smart and intelligent, and they could be compassionate and empathetic, but still they are not able to surrender. They just cannot surrender. They just cannot follow another person, because when they think of the word follow, they feel that I am not going to listen to anyone else, and I am not going to abide by someone else's rule. They do not see the person as a teacher. Many of them look at me, oh, you're a therapist, you're a reader, that's it. But when you are in therapy, when you enter therapy, you have to understand you're actually not just talking to a therapist, you're talking to a mother figure also. That therapist is becoming your mother. And I'm talking about twin flame ascension journey only. I'm not talking about all the other psychologists and psychiatrists and all the other people on the planet right now, because they are not doing this work. For me personally, if tomorrow you also start helping people as to get into twin flame union or singularity, then you would also have to treat them like a child. They are like a child of yours. You need to develop that mother energy in you. That mother energy is the reason why you do mission work, because then you suddenly become very compassionate and you start taking care of people. But first you have to surrender. People don't want to surrender because they're too intelligent. Some of the people are suffering because they're too intelligent, and that's why they keep doing a lot of external things. They'll go for surgeries, they'll go for operations, they'll go for injections, they'll go for this class, that class, because everything is happening on the outward level, on the physical level. But the therapy that I do here, along with my masters, they help me with this. It's about bringing the change inside of you, in your mental and emotional body, in your energy body. Because if that changes, automatically you will be attracted towards physical fitness. Nobody would have to tell you, go and get out and do this. You will automatically do it on your own. You will feel like it. You will be energized. You will be healthy. You will be attracted to healthy food. You will be attracted to healthy information. You will be attracted to ascension. But if you are not surrendering, you are forcing yourself, your ego still is very much activated. So no matter how rich you are, no matter how intelligent you are, wise you sound, how caring you are, you want to do mission work, but you still have such a big ego that you cannot listen to the teacher, you cannot do as per what the teacher is telling you, then it will not work. You will lose interest in therapy because you will keep questioning the teacher. And I still remember once I had the student, I asked her to watch a horror movie, and she had huge, paranoia with the horror movie. The moment she heard it's a horror movie, she started messaging me, I cannot do this assignment, I'm so scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. So I said, my darling, first you watch that movie. Just because I'm telling you it's a supernatural movie, it's a horror movie, you can't just say I cannot do it because you're scared. If you're not going to step up, you're not going to cross that boundary, that foundation, how will you know what's the reason I'm making you watch it? So she was like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. After a lot of, because it was her 5th session, by that time we had both bonded a lot. So she was like, okay, I know it's going to be scary. I know I'm all alone and I'm still going to try it. She watched it and she loved it because the story, I wanted her to watch the story actually, not the horror, the scary sounds and all that they put. The story was of a child, of a girl who was abused by a teacher. But she died and it was her soul or her ghost that was haunting the other people or the other kids, and 2 of the very sensitive people in that story, one girl and one child, female child, they found out about this man, that how horrible and how sick he was. He looked so nice, he spoke so well, he was so well dressed, and he was a good looking man. A lot of abusers many a times are very good looking, very beautiful, very attractive. Still they have to abuse other people because they are not abusing other people because they enjoy it, because they get power from it. And they get power from it by torturing vulnerable people because it seems to them that these people are powerless in front of me. So how that girl, that child ghost, how she helps the other children, because once that man is gone, other children are also free from his torture. So then she was like, oh, it was such a nice movie. I was unnecessarily getting scared and paranoid. And this is what a lot of people do. They don't want to surrender because they have so many negative thoughts. They have so many doubts. They start doubting everybody and everything under the sun. And somehow it's also ego, I feel, because they have developed a personality where they cannot trust anyone. They only want to trust themselves. But let me tell you, we need to trust someone. We need to trust God, because if we don't learn to trust in love, in God, in humanity, then we'll only keep meeting people who will break our trust, or we ourselves will create a situation and scenario. We will disrespect those people. We will get negative towards them. We will say mean things to them. We'll do something or the other which will spoil our own case more, and then you would have no option but to again snuggle back into your ego space and be like, yeah, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do inner work. I don't need to, do this assignment or that assignment, or I am not comfortable. It has to happen according to me. Everything has to happen according to my time, according to my comfort level, not according to what the therapist or the teacher is saying. That's ego. Because I've also seen students who wake up at 4 a.m. just to attend my class, just to attend the therapy session, because sometimes the timings don't match. And at the same time, I've seen people who book a session, and everybody knows this, and everybody should know this. If you don't know, then it takes at least 2 to 3 days for the fees to reach to the person. And before that only they want me to cater to them. They've not paid the money, they've not paid the fees, but they start writing mails to me and messages to me that I want a session right now. I want it right now. And many people who have already taken sessions from me, they know that I respond immediately to them on the same day. As soon as you book the session, I'll immediately respond. If I'm not able to respond, I give the disclaimer. That's because sometimes PayPal, thanks to PayPal, no system is perfect. I never get the mail from them, and there is some problem or the other which can be sorted out. But because they don't surrender, they are so scared somebody is going to scam me online. They've already got scammed by other people, or maybe they themselves like to scam other people, so they start thinking that this person, this Indian lady, is going to scam me. But they don't understand that this Indian lady is spending so much time on this work, so many years she spent on this. She's busy with her mission. There are so many animals I have to take care of every day. So many things I'm doing along with this work. I'm also into organic farming. I'm also into street animals caretaking. Plus I'm doing my research work on so many subjects. Still, if I am into therapy, if I am into reading session or energy healing or anything, I give my 100%. Sometimes I give so much more in a time frame which is mind-boggling to any other psychiatrist or therapist, because they sit with a timer. They sit with a 1 hour timer. I don't do that. I never do that. So this is distrust. Not only here, this is just an example I'm giving, but in relationships, in family, in mission, in jobs, people don't want to trust another person. So don't trust the other person, but trust the energy, trust God. And when bad things happen to them, they cannot trust God either, because they go like, oh, you're always doing bad things to me. You don't know what you call bad today, 10 years later, you'll realize that was the best thing that happened to you. Or you don't know if you lost someone because of life and death. Maybe it was their time, maybe it was written. Nobody is here for permanent visa. Nobody gets a permanent visa on planet Earth. Everybody gets, I could say, vacational visa or, temporary visa. So here these two people are very wise, very intelligent, very loving, and they both like each other a lot. I don't think they will separate so easily now. But because of their past, they have a lot of fear. They have these issues that what if I lose this person? What if we stop talking to each other? What if we have a bad fight? What if there's an argument? What if something horrible happens? How will I cope up with it? Maybe this person doesn't like me. Like, should I get something in written? Should I get a commitment? Should I ask them, hey, what do you think is happening between us? And what if you do ask that and the other person doesn't like it? And they go like, hey, can you just, calm down? Can you just slow down? Please don't put pressure on me right now. Please, I've just started talking to you. Maybe it's been 6 months, 7 months or a year. I don't know. I'm not being shown the time frame actually. I'm just being shown two people have a very deep bond, a lot of respect and liking for each other. They have attraction for each other as well. They don't want to have lustful affairs with anyone. And both of them have been alone. Like both of them have a lot of self-control, because both of them get a lot of options from many places. Like opportunities to have fun with someone, what we call fun in the materialistic world. So they have practiced self-control. They have kept their lust limited to themselves only. And they don't want to involve with someone just because of this one thing, physical attraction. They are genuinely in awe of this person. They feel this person is really like they are something. They're doing something for this planet. So I think hopefully in future they will lose their fears. They will not be so insecure. They will believe more in God and love and whatever is predestined for them. And most importantly, they will be more focused for the mission, because they like each other's company, they like each other's presence, but they don't meet each other just because they have to drink coffee or they have to watch a movie. They have so many bigger and better things to do in life that even if they meet each other, even if they plan something, it has to be for someone else's benefit at the same time. So on this note, I will close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me, my lovelies. I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.